You just told how you can help us to make it better. But now I ask you about how could Brazilians, those that you're visiting now, how can we help it in the Palestinian question?
The power that people in Brazil have is beyond their imagination. Because like what we need is to come to a situation where the state of Israel would no longer be welcomed in any country. It's a racist regime that has been getting away with implementing institutional racism towards Palestinians. It's an apartheid regime that produces crime over crime over crime. Every single day, there is a Palestinian victim because of Israeli practices, whether through murder, through terrorizing, through arrest, through land confiscation, through home demolition, and everything that the State of Israel is known for. Now, the State of Israel gets away with this simply because it's welcomed in other countries, regardless of its behavior towards the Palestinian people. So what Brazil can do for the Palestinian people and for the struggle for justice and equality in Palestine is to shut down that Israeli embassy, to impose sanctions on that rogue country. And that's not a radical idea. If that was a radical idea, then it could, like, towards South Africa, then nobody would have done it. It seemed radical until it was done. But the radical reality we live through is a reality of oppression, and oppression is more radical than justice. Racism is more radical than equality. You know, like, I do not want to believe that the reality that we are forced to live through is more radical than justice and end of oppression. So for us, the first step towards justice and equality in Palestine is to stand up firm and say, like, the Israeli regime have proven to be a failed regime in providing, granting, and protecting equality and justice in Palestine. This regime has to go. Not has to be reformed. It has to go. You know? Because reforming Zionism is not going to make us more equal. Reforming Zionism is going to make us more comfortable with inequality. You know? So the way forward is to shut down the Israeli embassy, whether it's in Brazil or in any country that has diplomatic relations with the state of Israel. Brazil, whether under Lula or under Bolsonaro, has provided economic, diplomatic, and military connections with the Israeli government, and at the same time provided Palestinians with diplomatic and humanitarian recognition. So those governments of Lula or Bolsonaro have supported the two sides of the same problem. The only outcome that you get from supporting two sides of the same problem is maintaining the problem. It doesn't matter if your intentions are as good as the intentions of Lula or as evil as the intentions of Bolsonaro. It doesn't matter. The outcome is the same. So what we need to do is to be firm and clear that 70 years of having Israeli representation in this country are enough, you know. And trust me, like, Israelis love Brazil for the resources, for the military connections, for the economic benefits of the state of Israel. So once the state of Israel sees that Brazil is closing its door, it will start being, more concerned about its behavior towards the Palestinians. But Brazil would be a first country, then another country will follow, then another country will follow, and it will take less than 4 years for the apartheid regime in Palestine to collapse. But we need to start somewhere, you know? And with a population that is socially aware, like the population I've been seeing all around me in Brazil, I'm hopeful that once the call is made, with enough determination, the Israeli embassy in this country will shut down. This is not a radical dream. This is not a radical thing. It's a very pragmatic thing. We want equality between Palestinians and Jewish Israelis. The only way to get for equality is to identify who denies that equality from happening and impose sanctions on them. And currently, that is the Israeli government.